In this video, we're going to go over some of the bare bones basics of exponents. Now, before I do that, something that you might have noticed about mathematicians is that they're lazy. And I don't mean that they don't work hard. I mean, when they are trying to communicate ideas, they will use the smallest amount of writing possible. Let me give you an example. This is 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. Now we could do the math and figure out that this is 15. Now notice something though. There are 5 3s being added together, and that's a lot of writing to do. What if you had 23s or 33s? Well, the way that mathematicians have simplified this from addition is with multiplication, right? So instead of doing 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, this is 5 3s, so they might write instead 5 times 3, 5 groups of 3. We know that this is also 15. We've taken something that required a lot of writing and simplified it to use a little writing. Exponents allow us to do something pretty similar. Let me give you an example. Let's say I wanted to do 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. Well, what would this be? 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 5 again is 25. 25 times 25 is equal to 625. Obviously, that's a lot of writing. The way that mathematicians come up or demonstrate this idea, this big long idea with simple writing, is with what's called an exponent. They would write this 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 as 5 raised to the 4th power. This is 5 raised to the 4th power. Now, a couple things to know. This number right here, the 5, this is called the base. This is the number that gets repeated over and over and over. The number on top, the 4 in this case, this is the exponent. This is how many times that number, exponent, there we go, gets multiplied by itself. 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, 4 times is why we have an exponent of 4. These are two different ways of saying the same thing. What that means then is that 5 to the 4th power, this means that 5 raised to the 4th power is also equal to 625. Now, why is this useful? Where would this show up? Well, let me show you. Maybe you have an iPhone, maybe you have an Android, doesn't matter. If you have seen an iPhone before, you might know that a password is 4 digits, right? It's 4 numbers, and maybe a question that you ask yourself is how many combinations are there? How many combinations are there? Well, with exponents, we can figure this out. How? Well, how many different options do we have to put in each one of these places? Well, we have the digits 0 through 9, right? Now, that gives us 10 options. And if there are 4 places to put 10 numbers, we can write this as 10 raised to the 4th power, because we got 10 here, 10 here, 10, and 10. 10 raised to the 4th is 10,000. There are 10,000 different combinations for an iPhone or an Android or whatever, 4-digit numeric lock. Those are some of the basics of exponents. I hope that that's helpful.